Okay, well, we've been busy. We've finally got the thing unboxed, and you know, it's it's pretty interesting. You can see this is how everything comes. Like this piece here, these two pieces were in there, and they're all laser cut. You know, you can see on the back side the burn marks where the laser cut this stuff out, and it's pretty straightforward. And you know, there's a couple little areas that you have to trim, and then you take all these parts out, and then the nice thing, the plans are full size. So when you're taking this stuff out, obviously there's some parts that are pretty obvious what they are and everything. But when you do, like, this was all the hull frames, and it doesn't tell you anything there, but you have a full-size drawing layout, and you can see up here that, you know, it's got every single frame, the full size of it, and it gives a letter designation which will tell you where they're going to fit on the main hull. And I've been able to go and put the little letter designation on each one, so you can kind of see how that's set up. So we've got all the frames, you know, they came out of here, and some of this wood, this is about I think it's about 3/16 thick. I think it's basswood, I'm not sure, but some of this you'll be doing some freeform work, you know, out of some of the material. So this is kind of important. And you can see, like I said, this is the frame pieces that I came out. So that's what these two pieces are here. These are eventually going to get glued together, and that's about the length of the boat. And then there's a keel, and like I said, the nice thing is all these patterns that you get are full size. So you can actually match it up there, and it'll show you some areas that you're going to have to trim and shape before you start assembling. So I've got that. I've got all the frames identified where they go. I've got the main keel portion done, and I've been just going through some of the plan sheets, and you know, it's pretty well detailed. Now these are double-sided, so this is the first one that I need to use, and it's you know, identifying some of the parts. So I'm going to spend probably the first day just identifying the parts and going through, and then eventually, you know, we'll start fitting these pieces together, and I'll show you in detail. But you have to do a little bit of trimming, you know, on these, and I'll do that, make sure these all fit into the frame, get the frame glued together, and then we'll be moving on. So pretty interesting. The drawings look to be very helpful because they're full size, so you can actually lay it on here, and then it'll show areas where you need to shape and trim. So anyway, I think we're off to a good start. Also came with a pretty good size manual here that's kind of goes through the description of each component, and it gives instructions on the planking, how to plank the deck. So it's got, you know, quite a bit of information here that's, you know, that's basically the manual. Again, this is the Pride of Baltimore 2. It's called the Baltimore Clipper, and when it's all done, you have a couple different options for showing it. I'm going to build a base, and this one is done like it's in dry dock. It's built after you build the boat. You build this framework, and it looks like it's, you know, been hauled out, you know, in a boatyard or something. So anyway, making some progress, and I live in an RV. We're in a 29-foot fifth wheel RV here, so that I don't have a lot of room. Fortunately, this is kind of a workbench. I make jewelry also, so this is where a dinette set would normally go in the RV, and I got rid of that years ago and built a nice desk, and it's got storage underneath. And since I make jewelry, this is kind of a workstation, but it works out perfect for also being a yacht assembly station. So anyway, more to come.